But first, I want to say God is good, and all the time, they say God is good. God has given us another opportunity today to share the message of health, because health is very important, and there's different aspects of health that we need to learn. But today, we will cover about the importance of air in breathing, getting enough air in breathing. That's how we need to nourish our body, because without it, we surely die. Therefore, let us come together as going. I've taken some footage outside today morning, where it was this morning. A lot of I have enough oxygen. The sunshine was not too much high, burning. It was just normal, because as the sun goes far, that's the same as it becomes intense in burning to the skin. Therefore, it is very important today that we're gonna share today and understand something that we can take some points to live with in our daily life concerning air and breathing. Many of us, if not few, take time working indoors, and we work in the place in the offices where there are air conditioned system, but we don't get natural air from outside. We drive in a car through the streets, and we get smokes and so and so. Therefore, today let us cover a certain part about air, and I believe you're gonna be blessed. Please do not skip this video. Watch it until the end. You're gonna get something that you maybe to gonna help you all the time in healing people who are sick through use of air. Welcome. Let us go together. We have seen that air is very important. Actually, air is very important. And what we need to see is about that without air, man dies. Air is the most vital element for man and animals. One may live for weeks without food or for days without water, but deprived of air, he will perish within minutes. You can't live without air, actually. We need air for our life. Millions of people suffer from a wide variety of ailments, and they are partly caused by an insufficient supply of oxygen. The problem is that most people do not breathe correctly, and this continually weakens their health, their happiness, and the whole of life itself. One of the finest statements written on the importance of air are the words penned by outstanding health educator. For example, that is Ellen G. White, that we can read from different books, especially Ministry of Healing and Testimonies and Cancer on Earth. These are books that you can read and find, and Cancer on Diet and Foods. There are different. Some are. I have some of the hard copies here. In order to have a good blood, we must breathe well. Full deep inspiration of pure air which fill the lungs with oxygen purify the blood. They impart to it a bright color and send it a life-giving current to every part of the body. A good respiration enthuses the nerves. It stimulates the appetite and render digestion more perfect. It induces sound, refreshing sleep. If an insufficient supply of oxygen is received, the blood moves sluggishly. The worst poisonous water, which should be thrown off in the exhalation from the lungs. It is retained, and the blood becomes impure. Not only the lungs, but the stomach, liver, and brain are affected. The skin becomes sallow, digestion is retarded, the heart is depressed, the brain crowded, the thoughts are confused, gloom settle upon the spirit, the whole system becomes depressed and inactive and peculiarly susceptible to disease. This is according to the Ministry of Healing, page 272 and 273. Every cell of your body must receive a constant supply of oxygen, or they will weaken and die. But that air must be fresh in order to help you the most. When you breathe stale or polluted air, the supply of oxygen is insufficient to keep the cell strong and healthy. Apart from the oxygen from the air you breathe, they die within a few minutes. According to the Book of Testimony for the Church, Volume 1, page 701, air is the free blessing of heaven, calculated to rectify the whole system. Without it, the system will be filled with disease and become dormant, languid, and feeble. The life-giving air around us is the most precious blessing from heaven. On the last day of creation week, God created man, having formed him from the dust of the ground, Adam lay before his maker, had no life. As you know that Adam was created, and at the creation of Adam, before God had put breath into his nostrils, Adam was dead. It was just like non-living thing. But when God breathed into nostrils, Adam became alive. Therefore, we can say air is very important. According to Ellen G. White in the book of Counsel on Earth, it says fresh air will prove far more beneficial to the sick person than medicine, and is far more essential to them than their food. Thousands have died for want of pure water and pure air, who might have lived. I just want to lead this. Fresh air will prove far more beneficial to sick person than medicine, and is far more essential to them than their food. Thousands have died for want of pure water and pure air, who might have lived. It also the highest consequence to your life, health, and happiness that you keep fresh air in every room in your home, especially in your sleeping room. If you are not able to have your window open in the very cold weather, then leave the door open into another room where a window is open. By day and by night, always keep a current of air flowing through the house. You do not want to sit or sleep in a draft, but some air circulating throughout your home. A lot in summer, less in the winter, in necessity to good health. This is according to Ellen G. White, and the book is Testimony for the Church, Volume 1, 702-703 page. Therefore, what we need is air. Air is very important. I could read a lot of quotation from Ellen G. White that could show us that air is very important. If I was living in the city, the time has passed, but now I chose to leave that place actually because the air was not safe. I remember there was a time when I felt sick, and the time didn't pass much. I have to go somewhere for the seminar. It was just a medical missionary seminar, and that place, it was had full of air, and by that I had time to get refreshed and I become well. Therefore, I can say that by becoming well without using any medicine, just food and fresh air, because it was like a forest rain, a lot of trees. It was just like a woodland. Yes, woodland. But what I can say, air is very important for your health. Just have a time to go outside. For those who are living in the city, like now, different cities have polluted air because of cars and some of the industries. But what we need is just take a break and go outside, take a walk outside of that environment. Go to some villages, some forestry, and get fresh air, oxygen. But don't go at night. Just go to the morning, afternoon, and whatever evening, but not at night. But some of the point I want to just to add to you: do not build your house close to the trees and the forest. Just it must have enough space, because there is at night there is competition of air. Therefore, we need to have air. The trees should go. There must be the distance from the house and those trees that air could come and we could get fresh air and have light. Because even trees, if they are close, they could obscure the light to come to the windows and doors, and to kill some germs in your house, in your rooms. Therefore, it is very important to get air in your house. I believe for this subject of health, many of you have got some of the point, and you can take control. Just take a walk outside. For example, tomorrow or the morning I went there. That's why I took those footages. It is very important to have enough air. May God bless you. Amen.